Hi, family. It's Spanflower here. I'm back with you again, as promised. Now, I know that I've been away from the channel for a few days, and I've been limiting the amount of videos that I've been doing because I've been really, really busy on a couple of other projects. So, let me just say that it's a lot going on out here in the country, around the world, in the city of Chicago. And so I have been saying that I was going to make it my mission to make sure that I'm filling the airwaves with the voice that I have with positive things, things that we actually use in our lives to help us cope with different things that's going on. Now, we all know what the problems are. We just have to figure out a way to deal with them and deal with our internal issues that we have as well. So, let me just say, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a relationship coach or anything like that. I'm just a person, a woman who has lived and has learned valuable lessons through her lived and learned experiences going through this thing we call life. So, at any rate, let's just get to it. I have 5 things that you can do to help yourself through a difficult time using sports. And I know that I have a lot of female viewers on the channel that maybe are not interested in sports as much. And I'm trying to get us more interested in doing things that can be positive, that can help you exercise yourself and exercise all that extra energy that we have. And I found that sports is an excellent way to do that. So, without further ado, let me get to those topics. Okay, and let me put my glasses on so I can see you all much better. All right, here we go. Okay. So now I have 5 things that have been tried and true in my life and life of people that I know when they are using sports or dealing with things to help them get through whatever their challenging things are. Some people eat, some people cook, some people dance, some people write, some people read. I'm just one of those persons that like combativeness of sports. So that's one of the things that helps me cope when I'm having difficulty. So I'm hopeful that this can help you all. And if you all do find that these things are helpful to you or these little hints, post a comment to the comment section. Let me know. Okay. Or you can send me an email as well at missspanflower@gmail.com. Okay. Now, first thing, if you suffering from a broken heart or whatever the case may be, the first thing you need is a distraction. So I think that sports can help as a distraction because once you're dealing with sports, you're watching it, you're going to, you interacting with your friends. It takes you out of the mindset of thinking about what it is that's plaguing you or troubling you at that time. It gives you a chance to relax, release, ease your mind, just put you in a whole different mindset. And that's very, very, very important. Okay, now, first thing on that list that I wanted to talk about was a distraction. Okay, can you sports be used as a distraction? Yes. Okay, because it can put you in the mindset of not thinking about that broken heart or whatever ailment you have by interacting with friends. Maybe you going to a sporting event. Maybe you cooking and you inviting people over, you all are just sitting down and spending time together. Whatever it is a good meeting place for people to just sit and chill and have fun. Now it depends on whatever sports you like, football, basketball, baseball, tennis, hockey, whatever that is that you like, you can use that as a way as a distraction, just to take your mind off and take a load off of you when you have so many heavy things on your mind. Or maybe you had the kids with you. You all could sit down and, watch a movie, watch a not a movie, but a sports event, or maybe your kids play sports, or whatever the case may be. If you don't have kids, maybe you're an active sports person yourself, and maybe that might be something that you might like to do to exercise yourself. So, at any rate, it can be a distraction from whatever it is that ails you, just to give your mind a chance to breathe, and for you to just take that deep breath when you're dealing with your adversities, like that. Okay. Now, second thing, if you lonely. Now, I've been there a time or two myself. I'm not going to say, hey, look, I've always been healthy and happy and full of bliss. Sometimes, when you're going through things, if you've been through a breakup or you just, you know, don't want to be with anyone or you just want to be alone, whatever, and you're feeling lonely. Hey, you know what? Sports is a great way to ease those lonely pains, okay? Let me tell you, because when you turn on these sports, you listen to these men talking, or ladies, if that's what you prefer, or it could be some gentlemen listening to this too. But you turn on the TV, see these good looking men and women, they are well clean cut and all of that. Then you see these little handsome athletes out here, these beautiful athletes out here, hey, you know, your mind is like totally not thinking about any of the other stuff right now. You're not feeling low. You feeling like, hey, this is not a bad idea. And so if you do decide to go out to an event or to a sporting event or whatever you want to do, maybe you got colleagues that are coaches or, you know, athletes or whatever the case may be, you might be able to meet your Mr. True Love out there on one of these sports fields, okay? So don't count it out because people always say, well, I want to meet someone at church. I want to meet someone in my school. Hey, you could meet someone out there in the sporting world faster than you probably can meet someone at any of those other places because that's, especially if you're a lady, groups of guys, hey, they hang out, you know, they watch sports, they into sports. So that might be a good way for you to interact with someone in a sports field meaningful way. Okay, we're not talking about anything other than just, hey, how you doing? Just talking, spending time with them if you are lonely or whatever, or if you go online and you watch these sports channels or whatever the case may be. So it's a good way to ease those lonely pains when you have it. Trust me. I've done it a time or two myself, and it definitely helps. Okay, it helps. All right. Now, number 3, if you're frustrated. Now, yes, I do love to deal with sports when I'm frustrated because let me just say, I put myself in battle warrior mode. It's like I'm Florence Griffith Joyner, like FloJo used to be, or like Jackie Joyner Kersey. I'm on the track field, I'm running in the wind with them while I'm sitting right on my couch. I'm in battlefield, I'm slaying everything that's bothering me, every problem, every heartache, anything that's bothering me is slaying on the battlefield. And your battlefield could be hockey, soccer, tennis, football, basketball, swimming, whatever you want your landscape to be, that's the landscape you be in, and so I do it and it helps me out a lot too. So once I'm frustrated, hey, listen, I'm turning on the sports. I'm looking for competition. I'm watching this team. I'm watching this team, and I'm seeing them battle it out. And I'm feeling like, hey, look, this me battling out my problems right here. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, listen, boxing too. Look, hey, look, you know, but let me just tell you, I did used to love Florence Griffith Joyner so much, and that's no shade to the other female athletes that ball out. Let me just tell you all, she was one of a kind back in her day, and let me just tell you, she could run so fast and she would just be in the wind, her hair blowing, she had the fingernails. I mean, like it was just a fun time back then, Sad how it ended up, but still, it gave me strength and courage. I was exercising. And then once I finished watching that activity, I was like, I didn't feel frustrated anymore. I that tension washed off of me, and I was done. So, if you're frustrated, hey, turn on one of those channels, even if you don't watch it or if you don't know about it, just watch. You see the competition, frustrated. Hey, I like his color jersey. I like her color jersey or her shoes or whatever. It's a lot to do. So you can use that. Now, fourthly, the main reason that I like to deal with sports is because it gives me vision and it gives me focus. When you're watching these athletes and they are playing in their field of choice, whatever their sport might be, they deal with all kinds of things. They have to be laser focused to accomplish the goals they want to accomplish. You want to be able to do like Stephen Curry and make those shots. That takes focus. That takes practice. That takes vision. Or you want to be able to see the field like a running back do when he's running the football. That takes focus, vision. You know, you have to be able to concentrate. And so even being a quarterback or anybody that has to distribute, and you need to be able to focus and you have to be able to have vision to see what you're doing. I use sports for that because sometimes when I watch these games, you could just like pinpoint who is having vision, who is being focused, and who is not. And there's always all kind of mistakes and things like that that you could see once you've been watching sports for so long that you could point out. And you just have to have a very, 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 very short memory when you're playing these sports. And that's how you have to do in the game of life. Just is, there's winners, there's losers. It's a competition. Sometimes you come out on top, sometimes you don't. Even in the game of love, if you're dealing with a broken heart or whatever, sometimes that might be your fall and you might be might be the winning team, the championship right off. Sometimes you might have to put a little work in to try a little harder if that's not, the winning recipe that you need. So I feel like life, especially in the romance department, it's like a sport. You know, it just depends on how you gel together. And if your team, which is you and your mate or whomever, gel together good, hey, you got a winning team. If you don't, then pieces get traded, pieces get dropped, get fired, however they do. And then you put in the right pieces that you need to be successful. And that's how I look at it. Vision, focus. Okay. The fifth thing I think that sports can be used for is fitness. When you look better, you feel better. It's all about how you feel about yourself. Now, I know that I need to be more fit. Nobody has to tell me that. Spam Flower knows in her brain right here. Hey, listen, I need to be more fit. Because when you see the dedication and the training that these athletes put into their bodies to try to get their bodies to be the way that they need them to be, like finely tuned machines, to get themselves together. I take comfort in that. Even though I know I act like a lazy bum sometimes when it comes down to exercise because I don't like it. I don't like it. But again, as I said before, it's a great fitness and exercise and health is a great way to build up your mindset, your self-esteem, your health. There's a lot of good qualities that come with that. And so, through the course of me watching sports, because, I'm a couch potato. I like to watch the sports and envision myself in the sports, not actually physically doing the work. And that's something that I need to learn how to do more of. And that can help you as well, even if you are pretty much in shape, if pay attention to these athletes and male and females because they do put a lot of work in and I like it for that purpose too because when you're watching them train and then you see all the hours that they put into their craft, hey, I feel like it helps me motivate me to spend an extra 20 minutes or 30 minutes a day walking and doing things like that, or maybe on the treadmill or, whatever the case may be. And they have a great diet for the most part, most of them, especially if they are running a wide receiver, running back, whatever, have to have their body's conditioned. So, I mean, I look at that too as well because, once you are doing the things that you need to focus on yourself to help you get rid of your frustration, your loneliness, or to be a distraction for you, to take your mind off of the different things, or even to give you vision and focus, or even if it's just fitness wise. These things can help you as you deal with whatever it is that you need to deal with. And this is what this is about. Helping you deal with things that you need to deal with. Positive, 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 positive. And that's what we want. Because we are good at pointing out when there's a problem, but we're not good at pointing out how to solve these problems. And so if you feel that you are having extensive problems, like I said, I'm not a a therapist. I'm not a relationship. I'm not any of that. If you feel that you need additional help, you can always reach out to your medical physician if it's something that you're battling with that might be beyond the lightweight scope of what I'm talking about. These are just general things that I'm talking about that people can do within themselves that doesn't require them to do anything but have a change of mindset. If it's something else that you're dealing with, then, that might be means for a further, professional help. And then, we can get that for you. Or if you do have any questions about that, like I said, you can post a comment to the channel, or you can email me at misspanflower@gmail.com, and I can try to get the appropriate information for you that you might need if you don't want to talk about it per se with anyone else. But anyway, these are just little helpful hints, and I'm going to be doing these weekly so that we can try to combat and deal with things that we need to deal with. And these are things that I've tried and have done over the years, and they've helped me out tremendously. So, again, see this clock on the wall? I'm in front of this clock because time waits for no one. So, you only have a short window of time to get all the things that you want to get accomplished before that clock runs out. So make sure you utilizing the best practice of the clock, because the clock is the very important thing in sports. And this clock is indicative of what we deal with on our lives on a daily basis. All right. So if you like this video, make sure you push that like button, subscribe, share, comment. Let YouTube and everybody know that Spanflower is here, and I'm here for you in a positive way. All right. So thank you very much for taking some time with me again today. Have a blessed and wonderful one. All right. No Negativity Sunday.